What is going on, good people of YouTube? I'm ImJslay. Thank you so much for joining me. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're playing some Madden 21, but before we get into it, if you enjoy the content, leave a like rating, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. If you missed our previous video, I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to go check it out. But in it, I discuss my top 3 budget wide receivers currently in Madden 21. So if you need some help on the outside, I got you covered. Go check that video out. So for today's video, I've got a fun one, a potential coin making method from one of the new store offers in Ultimate Team. Now, what am I talking about? Well, it is going to be this offer right here, this training variety pack for 2,000 training. Now let's click on it and see what are the contents, what can we get from this. So this is going to contain one of the following, not one of each of the following, unfortunately, or else this would be absolutely insane. But you're going to get a power-up player. This could be any power-up player. I mean, it could be 68 overall Marvin Jones or 69 overall Marvin Jones. He's going for like 1K, right? You could get a 90-plus overall Redux player. That's what we're looking for, right? If we go ahead and get something like that, I mean, we've already made hand over foot the amount of coins that it costs for this pack here. You can get an 83-plus Legends player. You know, most likely that's going to be the low end of it, but you could strike gold. You could get a 90, 91 overall. Probably not going to get a 96 overall, but you never know. You get an 82-plus overall Team of the Week player. A coin quick sell. That can be pretty much any quick sell. It could go for 1K or it could go for 100K. You don't necessarily know. Or an alternate uniform, right? So the one we want to stay away from is really that power-up player. And not even necessarily stay away from that, because you could hit big on a power-up there. This is a very high-risk, high-reward method when you consider this is 2,000 training. Now, we are going to be buying 15 of these. To do that, you're going to need approximately 240,000 coins to go buy players to quick sell those players for the training that you'll need. Let's go over to the auction house. I'm going to show you the players that you want to go ahead and look for, or at least the overalls that you want to go ahead and look for. It's going to be the most efficient way to do this. Okay, in my opinion, the overalls you want to look for in doing this method are going to be these 88 overalls right here. Now, what I like to do is actually sort them down by position type, and I'm looking for them about 16K, right? That's really kind of that sweet spot, and I'll kind of go through here in a second what the thought process is around these 88 overalls, but you really just want to go through, narrow it down by position, look for them for the 88 overalls at about 16K. Obviously, if you see an 89 overall for 16K, go ahead and grab that. But these right here, quick sell for 2,500 training, right? This would be definitely one that we want to go ahead and snag. I'm going to do that right now. I'm not going to go ahead and buy all 13 cards, I believe is what I need to get up to the amount of training that I'm going to need to buy 15 of these training variety packs. I'm not going to show you all that, but these right here, all 3 of these, let's go ahead and snag these because this is going to be the most efficient way to do this. I'm able to quick sell these for 2,500 training. Let's go ahead and back out. Not worried necessarily about that too much. I really just want you to see that these quick sell for 2,500 training. So let's go ahead and click on Eric Weddle here, and down at the bottom you can see we quick sell it for 2,500 training. So we're already plus 500 training to the good towards that next variety pack if you plan on doing a lot of these, right? Which in these kind of methods, these being the higher risk, higher rewards, if you do 1 or 2, you're probably not going to see a lot of benefit from it, right? If you do multiple, right, a lot of these, you could end up making many more coins than what it actually costs to quick sell for the training, to buy the cards, to then quick sell for the training, if that makes any sense. So these are quick selling for 2,500 training, right? So we're already, once again, plus 500 to the good for that. Let's come back into the auction house, and I want to show you why, in my opinion, this is the overalls that you want to target. Okay, so one overall lower are going to be the 87 overalls. Now, I'm on this Mike Vick card right here. This is the cheapest quarterback right now at 87 overall, going for about 11.6K. You're going to find these between 11 and 12K. So let's just call it a nice round number. Let's just call it 12K, right? So we're about 4K cheaper for these than we were those 88s. But those 88s, remember, are quick selling for 2,500 training. These 87s are quick selling for 1,800 training. So we're actually not quite yet where we need to be. But if we're going to compare the 87s to the 88s, we need to factor in how much additional training we would need to go from 1800 training to 2500. That's going to be an additional 700 training, right? Now we're going to need to come over and see how much we can get the 81 overalls for. Those are going to quick sell for 230 training, right? So that's putting us over that 2000 training mark. I hope you're following me through this here. So let's come over and let's actually scroll down. Let's take a look at those 81 overall cards, and let's see how much they are going for. That's a pretty good one right there. That Tony Romo you can get for 1K, right? You're not going to find that very often. They're going to be going for between 1.5 and 2K. So let's say, for example, to get up to that 700 training, I mean that 700 additional training to go from the 1800 to the 2500 so we can compare the 87s to the 88s. You're going to need, at the very least, 4 of these, but really 3 of them plus 20 additional training, I believe is what it works out to be. So to buy 3 of these 81 overalls, at least these quarterbacks right here, if we spent 2,000 coins, that's going to be an additional 6,000, and we still need about 20 more training, right? But remember, going from the 88s down to the 87s, it was only 4,000 less coins. So for me to get up to the training that I need to buy that pack, I would need at least 3 of these for 6,000 coins. So I've actually spent 2,000 more coins than what I would have if I'd have just went with those 88s. I know that was a lot. Point being is, in my opinion, those 88s overalls, in order to do this, are going to be the ones that you want to look at for around that 16,000 coin mark. Go ahead and then quick sell them. That's going to be the most efficient way, as opposed to buying the 87 overalls and then going and buying a few other cards in order to quick sell to get up to that 2500 training. Not that you would need to, you really just need one. But once again, you want to do this multiple times in order to really get the benefit from it. Because if you just do it one time and you get a 69 overall Marvin Jones power up, who cares, right? You're going to need to do this a lot in order for it to potentially make a lot of coins off of it, right? So I hope that makes sense. But nonetheless, I'm not going to sit here and talk any longer. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy these cards. I'm going to quick sell them for the training. We're going to deplete all of our coins. So we started off with 240,000 coins. We bought a couple prior to recording this. We've already bought a few. So 240,000 coins is how much I've averaged it out to be to buy the amount of cards that I'll need to quick sell in order for me to do this training variety pack 15 times. So 240,000 coins. So now what we're going to do is see if we can end up making over that 240,000 coins to find out if this was a profitable enough coin making method. All right, my math was a little off, but it was off to the good. So we were actually able to spend most of all the coins that we had, right? We started at 240K. We're down to 6,000 coins, right? But we have 37K. I thought I was only going to be able to do 37K in training. I thought I was only going to be able to do this 15 times. I'm actually going to be able to do these 18. So I'm going to be able to buy 18 of these variety packs. I feel like that should be well enough to find out if this is a valuable enough coin making method. At the very end, when I'm kind of talking through my thought process through it, I'll be showing you some of the cards that we purchased or that we were able to acquire through doing this, and then you'll see how much we were able to end up making or how much we ended up losing to find out whether or not this was a good enough method. So without further ado, 240K got us about 18 of these. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's take a look and see what we are going to get. Hopefully it's going to give us some good things. I did this one time when this first launched, and I believe I got like a 90 overall card, so it was off to a great start. Not the best start here, 85 overall Jerry Rice. So this thing is probably going for, I believe, about maybe 6 or 7K. We are really looking for, considering we've spent about 16K. Actually, let's take it back. Probably each one is going to average out to be about 13K when you consider what 2,000 training costs. So we're really looking to make an average of 13K off of each one of these that we make. That's obviously going to put us breaking even. We want to make more, obviously, if we're looking to make coins. But nonetheless, we want to be shooting for at least that average of 13K. So we're under that right now. Here comes a power-up. Andrew Norwell, not sure what he's going for right now. I don't know if this was earlier in the season, he'd be going for a lot more. But that's probably a 2,000 coin power-up. So we are well under that 13K average right now, most definitely. Another power-up here. So Alan Lazard, that's an interesting one because if I'm not mistaken, he has a Team Standouts card. And that Alan Lazard, I don't know if the only way to get that power up, I guess you can get it now. We'll see. We'll see at the end. I don't know how much that thing's going for, but I know at one time it was probably going for a lot. Here's another legend, probably an 84 overall. 84 overall, Tony Gonzalez. They're not going to be that expensive. So I don't know how many we're in here right now, but we are well under that 13K. Unless Alan Lazard, for some reason, is going for like 40K, which would be pretty awesome, but I doubt it. What's going on here? Okay, quick sell, right? You could get the quick sells. We are not getting what we need at all right here. We're just going to hold on to that. That's going to factor in, obviously, towards the end. Let's come in, and let's just continue to go through it. So, like I said, that first one that I ever did, the only other one prior to me doing these right now, here's another quick sell. Oh, okay, this is a classic uniform. I don't know how much these are going for. I actually have not even looked to see what classic uniforms are in there. I know the Eagles, obviously, is one of them. I believe the Bears is one of them as well. But that first one that I ever did, like I said, I got a 90 overall. And at first I thought, I was like, okay, well, we can only do this one time. 87 overall Tyler Lockett. That's probably going for, let's see, we were looking at it earlier, so that's probably going for, what, about 12 to 13K. So that's right there at the average. We're still well under the average that we need to be making. We're going to have to hit something pretty big here for us to have actually made anything off of this. But nonetheless, I thought you could only do this one time. There's no limit to how many times that you can do this. So if you're bored, if you've got a lot of training, he has a limited card right now. That's interesting. Edgerrin James has a limited, it's the all-rookie promo that they're doing. Edgerrin James has a limited one. That one's going to be an interesting one to look at nonetheless. But it's a card that's been out. It's a power-up that's been out for a while. It's probably not going to be going for very, very much. There's the Texans Color Rush uniforms. Once again, I don't necessarily know exactly what those are going for. But that's going to be interesting to find out and see. Okay, so we've got a little less than 10 of these to go, it would appear. So let's hope that we hit something big here. You know, I mean, we're gonna need something to bring it home here towards the end. Another legend card, 85 overall Steve Atwater. That's definitely not doing it for us. I mean, the good thing is that you can continue to redo this if you quick sell some of these items, right? Like if you quick sell that 85, that 84 overall item, unless you want to just sell it for the coins. But if you quick sell it, you can continue to test your luck and do this based off of the items that you get. So that is always an option, right? Whatever we get, we can always continue to quick sell, you know, to possibly do this, continue to do it, you know, and who knows, maybe you end up getting a 95 overall card and then it makes it all worth it. But right now, I can definitely say this is not something that I would recommend. Once again, unless you're just bored and you've got a 97 overall team and you don't need to train anything up. This is a Redux, I believe. 92 overall Mean Joe Green, so that's pretty solid. You like to see that. That's that fully powered up version. That thing's probably going for about 60K. So that definitely is going to step us back closer to that 13K average that we need to. And it's just going to be interesting to see what those Color Rush uniforms, what those alternate uniforms, what the Alan Lazard, the Edgerrin James power-up's going to be going for. There's an 84 overall Alvin Kamara. That thing's going for, I believe, probably like 3K. It's not going for as much as you would think, given how good his actual card is. But nonetheless, we're going to do this a few more times. Looks like we've got about 5 more here to go. Another legend card, as you can see. The legend one is going to be ones that is most common, that 82 or 83 plus legend card. So 86 overall Lynn Swan. So we're going to do this a few more times. If we can get closer to that Mean Joe Green as opposed to the Andrew Norwell side of things, we'll be looking pretty good. But unfortunately, okay, not necessarily unfortunately, there's a 92 overall work done. So we hit pretty good on that one right there. If I had to say right now, we're definitely not breaking even. I'll tell you that right now. There's no way we're breaking even. No way we're really even close to breaking even. There's a 5,000 coin quick sell as I knocked my mic over. I apologize for that. That probably didn't sound too good on the ears for you guys that have the headphones in. It looks like we've got 2 more of these though. 18 of these are almost in the books. And let's take a look and see here. There's the Rams Classic Home Uniform, 1960s. We'll see. I don't know how much those are going for, so we will take a look. Probably not going to be showing like those 84 overall cards. We know those 85 overall cards. We know they're going for like 4 to 8K at the most. So it looks like this is going to be the last one here. And let's see if we can hit something, a home run. We're not. We have a 1,000 coin quick sale. So we definitely saved the worst for last. That's for sure. That's probably the thing that was the least the least valued of everything that we had. But let's come into our binder here, and let's just take a look at our newest. We're going to sort it by newest here. And we're going to take a look and see what some of these items are going to go for. I'll have a total at the very end of how much we were able to make or how much we lost off of this. But nonetheless, let's take a look at this Mean Joe Green and find out. So like we thought, about 60k there. So that's not too bad. Let's take a look at the Work Done card and let's see how much he is going for. So the 92 overall work done, I would assume, is probably a little less. Oh, okay, it's right about the same. So once you account for taxes and everything, let's say we made about 110k off of those. So we are almost halfway, but all the other items I don't believe are going to add up to be any more than breaking even at the best. I think that's the best that we can hope for, because this item is only going for 6k. So the items, those uniforms, it looks like, are not going to be going for a lot. I didn't think they would be going for that much. You've got a 7k Eagles uniform right there. Let's take a look and see what that Rams uniform was going for. I think that was the last one that we got. So that's 8k. Okay, so I mean, those aren't terrible. You definitely... these have quick sell values? They do. What's the quick sell value to them? That's going to be interesting. So 1500 training. We'll probably, let's see, 1500 training for something you can get for 7k. That's actually a pretty good value there. Maybe we want to do that. Who knows? All right, let's take a look at this Edger and James card. I'm very interested to see in this one. It's probably going to be 2k. 25k. That's, okay, so we hit pretty big on that one. That's not bad at all right there. Once you take into account for taxes, we'll add in the other 3. We're definitely halfway there, right? We're halfway to making back what we did. I don't believe at all we're going to be anywhere near what we needed to be at in order for this to be profitable. But this Andrew Norwell is going for a lot more than what I thought. That thing is going for 10k right now, so you like to see that. He's still my left guard. He's still on the team. Alan Lazard, I'm interested to see this one. How much is this thing down to? 3.5k. So I didn't think it was going to be as high, especially if you can pull it in packs now, that's for sure. So it looks like we'll have a total here at the end. I'm going to actually, add all this up. We're going to figure out how much we ended up making or how much we ended up losing. I'll be showing that on the screen probably right now. But nonetheless, do I recommend doing this? I mean, it's up to you. I wouldn't say, especially if you're at the overall that I'm at right now, at a 94 overall, or if you're any lower than that, most definitely, I would not waste your coins, because there are definitely other things that are going to be best suited and best spent for your coins that you would need to do. If you've got a 96, a 97 overall team, and there's really nothing else that you need to do, sure, go ahead and spend some of the coins to buy some of these items, to quick sell, to then go through and do this training variety pack. At the worst case, it gives you something to do, right? If you want to take a little bit of a break from playing head-to-head games, it gives you a few things to do, and who knows, you could end up hitting a 96, 97 overall card, and then, I mean, you're definitely sitting to the good for sure. But you want to go through the cards that you want to buy to quick sell, those 88 overalls. That's going to be the most efficient way to do this. So I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope this brought a little bit of insight to this training variety pack and whether or not you feel like you should be able to do it. Once again, my thoughts are, if you do have the coins and you're at a high enough overall team, sure, go ahead and do it. But I would not. If you're a lower overall team, most definitely lower than, say, 93, 94, I think you should spend your coins in other areas to help improve your team in the more guaranteed way. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like rating. If I did not explain something properly, because Lord knows there was a lot to explain in this video, if you have a question, a comment, or if you just want to say what's up, leave that in the comment section down below. I love interacting with each and every one of you down there. And if you'd like to see more content, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. I'm ImJslay, signing out today. I'll catch you all on my next video.